Am I the butthole for wanting to tell my brother's fiancée about the tracking app he secretly installed in the new phone he bought for her? Pretty much the title. My brother is currently engaged to his fiancée. He bought her a new phone for Valentine's and asked my boyfriend, who's trained in computer and software, to install a hidden tracking app on the phone so his fiancée won't see it or notice. I overheard them talking, and when I entered the room they went silent. I waited till my brother left, then talked to my boyfriend. He denied having this conversation with my brother first, then admitted to installing the app on the phone. I told him he and my brother were in the wrong because this is a huge breach of privacy. He said he has nothing to do with it and advised me to stay out of it as well. But I said I want to tell my brother's fiancé. My boyfriend argued with me about being nosy and intrusive and told me to stay out of it and let them deal with their own issues. But I thought that was unfair to my future sister-in-law, since she's the one working, paying bills and rent, and this is how she is treated. My boyfriend told me GTFO with this attitude and again said I should stay off it because it does not in any way concern me. I don't know, I feel horrible after hearing about what my brother did, and since I have a good relationship with his fiancée I can't help but feel guilty and want to tell her. Am I the butthole for wanting to tell her? Not the butthole. Tell her, but also have your phone checked out, 'cause your boyfriend is throwing out crazy red flags. Am I the butthole for telling my brother that his and his fiancée's choices for their wedding are offensive and ridiculous? My brother is getting married and he's excited to share details with us for the wedding. We all offered to help whenever they needed to. At first, I was excited to help until I found out what kind of thing the wedding will be like. Now not one person on my side of the family is excited to help with the planning and the wedding in general. First of all, in my family, we honor traditions. My brother claims he's non-traditional and neither is his fiancée, so the tradition will play a small role in their wedding, but their wedding won't be centered around it. That means no traditional music or practices we have regarding the ceremony or even the reception. I told him it's shitty to do a non-traditional wedding when most of our family are people of tradition, and he shouldn't expect people to enjoy the wedding if it's like a club. He said that's not his problem to deal with and that whoever doesn't like it can simply not attend. This pissed me off because the wedding is also about families and he doesn't seem to take our opinions into consideration at all. He also decided not to invite many relatives and chose to keep his budget low and decided to take relatives off the guest list so he could invite more friends. My mother, father, and I tried to talk him out of it, but he said the next time we try to police what he'll do with the wedding, he'll consider removing us from the planning and anything related to the wedding. I tried to talk some sense into the bride, but she wouldn't give me a straight answer. Whenever I'd try to speak with her, she would only say stuff like, "We will see," or, "We'll think about it." My brother cussed me off for trying to put his fiancée in an uncomfortable position and claimed that I'm trying to guilt trip and manipulate her. I told him that I can't support and be okay with his wedding choices and plans because they're offensive to our family and that they're being ridiculous by removing everything traditional from it. He claims I'm the butthole.
Initially, I thought you were going to tell us that your brother was doing something very offensive like having a plantation wedding in blackface, but the only thing your brother and his fiancée want to do is have the wedding they want. You the butthole, and if you stop trying to push your choices on them for just a little while, you might find that you can enjoy the wedding if it's like a club.
Am I the butthole for letting my daughter wear a tiara to my cousin's wedding? My daughter Chloe has a fascination with princesses. She loves the color pink, wears only dresses, and has an array of tiaras she wears everywhere except at preschool where she can't, but she does have it in her backpack. My cousin Alex, fake names, invited us to his wedding, which was this past Saturday. Chloe was excited because she got to dress up and stay dressed up the entire time. She also couldn't wait to see the bride's dress. She asked if she could wear her princess tiara and I said of course. We got to the wedding on time. However, the start time was delayed for unknown reasons. 15 minutes after it was supposed to start, one of the bridesmaids came out and told me that the bride Jen was refusing to come out because my daughter was wearing a tiara. I thought she was joking, but she wasn't. Apparently, the bride was also wearing a tiara and wanted to be the only one wearing it. I told the bridesmaid that Chloe loves tiaras and always wears them. The bridesmaid said, "Not today, she isn't," and told me it needed to be removed. I said no. The bride is a grown woman and was being petty over a child's tiara. The bridesmaid left for a couple of minutes and then Alex himself came out. He told me to leave. I asked why and he said because I won't tell Chloe to take off her tiara. I said this was ridiculous and Alex said it's not my wedding and when I get married then Chloe can wear one to mine, but that I'm officially uninvited regardless. Others around me told me to just take it off and I wouldn't. Alex's mom came over and escorted us out. Chloe was upset and crying because she feels she did something wrong and I'm upset because I can't believe someone would be jealous over a literal 4-year-old. I also feel bad because Chloe was really looking forward to seeing Jen's dress because she loves wedding dresses. But literally, no one is on my side. Am I the butthole? Edit. Someone asked if my cousin has a mental illness. I said no, but the bride has Aspergers and they said that's important for you all to know. You seriously need to parent up and teach your kid that there's a time and place for indulging your inner princess and a time and place for sitting back, following dress codes, and letting other people shine, for example, at their goddamn weddings. You were asked nicely but were petulant and entitled. You caused this, it's not over a child, it's over your lack of parenting. There's a reason nobody is on your side. You the butthole.
Am I the butthole for eating my wife's food? My wife is an extremely picky eater. It's been a point of contention in our relationship for years. She claims it's sensory but it can be a bit much. She won't even try new things at restaurants and has embarrassed me many times by not finishing food at my mom's house. Her defense is she tries my mom's food even though it sometimes makes her sick, but my mom is an amazing cook, nothing about her food makes people sick, it's just my wife's pickiness. A few months ago I put my foot down with my wife and said I wasn't going to eat the same 10 or so meals she makes for dinner anymore and I wanted variety. She essentially told me, fine, I'll feed me, you feed you. She even divided our food budget up and told me to start doing my shopping. She made her point and after the first month, I was begging her to cook again. She refused and said she was a lot less stressed just cooking for herself and prefers the current arrangement. I'm very unhappy. Obviously, I can't make her cook for me, but my part of the food budget doesn't go very far because I end up getting a lot of takeouts. I have been hungry late at night a few times and ate her leftovers and she got mad at me. She said it was her food, and that I could go and get takeout or start cooking for myself or prepare and get snacks or whatever. She's even not threatening to get a mini fridge with a lock on it if I don't stop eating her food. I don't think this is how marriages should be and we should share things 50-50. The idea of a locked fridge in my own home pisses me off, but she says I need to live with the consequences of my actions, telling her I wanted variety and now eating her food. I think this has gone on long enough, so I'm bringing it here. Am I really this huge a hole for eating my wife's leftovers? You the butthole, grow up, cook your own damn food. She's your wife, not your mother. You're whinging that you're blowing your grocery budget on takeout and are subsequently hungry. Pull your ass out of the 1950s, go get some groceries and cook your own food.